Welcome back to our feature story tonight. Let's face it, we all forget things like our keys or where we put our glasses. But when it keeps happening, it can be a sign of a bigger problem. There are things, though, you can do to help exercise your brain. That's very, very important. Linda Schmidt begins our look tonight at preserving our memory.
Now you can color an inside a different color.
87-year-old Vida Jackson was diagnosed with dementia 6 years ago. For the past year and a half, she's participated in various programs like painting at the New York Memory Center in Park Slope, Brooklyn.
What do you think?
I think it's beautiful.
You think so?
I think you've done a beautiful job.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You get some pretty colors in there, the pinks and the reds and the yellows.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I like this one the best.
Some studies have shown that engaging in artistic activities can help slow the progression of dementia. You took her to the doctor recently, and what did the doctor say?
That she did have some improvement in her abilities. He's very familiar with this program, and I think that he has seen that it has made a real difference.
A Mayo Clinic study found that activities like painting, drawing, sculpting, woodworking, and making pottery challenge the brain and can help preserve it.
Based on this study, engaging in mentally stimulating activities, such as computer and craft activities, on a regular basis, at least 2 or 3 times per week, is associated with decreased future risk of dementia.
Dr. Jonas Gata says the study also found that socializing, like going to the movies, concerts, and being part of a book club, can help as well.
All these were associated with decreased risk of early-stage dementia.
Now, the Mayo Clinic study focused on people 70 and older, but researchers are advising younger generations to start strengthening their brains now. Linda Schmidt, Fox 5 News.
Thank you very much, Linda. Start now, as she's saying. Dr. Devi is here from the NYU School of Medicine. I guess it's never too early to really start practicing and exercising our brain, right?
I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
I mean, the goal is to engage your brain, to challenge it in different ways. So for memory, I mean, you want to strengthen your building blocks. So these include attention and focus. Now, it's easy in this world to get overstimulated, right? But if you do activities like painting or sculpting, you really have to pay attention to detail. So you have to focus and actually look at what you're trying to create. And then
that creative activity is important. I was at the Met today and I picked up an adult coloring book. That's supposed to be good for you, right?
Yeah, so any of these activities that involve attention and attention to detail are good, but also, I mean, those things can bring about feelings of joy, right? And whenever you can tie your memory to some strong emotion, it tends to help because it fosters new connections.
I like that. Yeah, you talk about concentrating on happy things, right? These are strong emotions.
Sure. I mean, the memories that we remember best, right, are the ones that are the happiest moments in our lives, or sometimes the saddest. I mean, both will foster those connections, but it's much more pleasant if you can think about the happy moments.
Right, and the socializing thing that we also discussed, that's very crucial because it gets you out talking to people, and there are strong emotions involved in that too, and learning new things like dancing. And
I agree. Well, it's interesting you mentioned dancing too, because that involves different parts of the brain. So we usually think about memory as facts, right? Like recall of events, but there's also procedural memory, so muscle memory and coordination. So if you can connect all those different aspects of the brain together, that really uses various parts of memory.
I like the one about beat the clock, you know, do things where you're under the stress of time, like games.
That has to do with recall, so the speed of processing of your brain. So things like charades or Jeopardy, these different games where you're competing with someone else, that involves socializing, maybe some joy too. So you're throwing all those things together to make the brain work more efficiently.
So Dr. Devi, we're really talking about attention here and concentration, right? Those are the primary things. What else?
Attention, concentration, the speed of processing. So the way we see that is recall, like being able to draw back those facts really quickly, to think fast. And then, of course, if you can link it to emotion, that actually helps cement it or code it in the brain a little bit differently.
I like that. I'm going to draw something from my adult coloring book for you, okay? I'll pick out a nice picture and frame it and give it to you. Dr. Devi, thank you so much,
Thank
okay?
you.
Stay sharp.
Thanks, Ernie.
All right.